For today's recipe, Link will be joined by IQ, Gastro Bob, and Yar, Captain Cook. And backed up as always by Guinea Page and the Animal Crackers.
Look at all these nice fresh strawberries. I wonder what to make with them. I know. I've got buttermilk biscuits. Let's make strawberry shortcake.
Short things can be sweet, and that's what a shortcake is, a crumbly cake or biscuit.
When cooking, it's a good idea to start with whatever takes the longest. In our strawberry shortcake recipe, that will be our strawberry filling. I've got 4 cups of sliced fresh strawberries, buttermilk biscuits, 1/3 of a cup of granulated sugar, 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. Today, I'm gonna do something special with our strawberries so they're soft and juicy for a strawberry shortcake.
Say no more, Link. I've been squashing me berries all morning, and they're already getting pretty juicy.
Thanks, Captain Cook. How about you make strawberry juice while I macerate the strawberries?
Master. Sounds fancy.
The word might sound fancy, but it's simple, and anyone can do it. Macerating is the process of soaking food, usually fruit, in a liquid to soften it and absorb the flavor of the liquid. Let it sit for an hour or so, and the fruit releases its own natural juice. You get a sauce that you can put on top of your ice cream, yogurt, and of course, shortcake. With all our ingredients in one bowl, we're gonna let our strawberries macerate at room temperature for about an hour. Stir occasionally. We're halfway there. We got our biscuits, check. Our berries, check. Our equipment to make whipped cream chilled, check.
Precisely, Link. Chilling your equipment helps keep the heavy cream cold while you're whisking it, which makes it easier to make whipped cream.
That's because of science. When you whisk something, the movement of the whisk against the bowl creates heat. And since heavy cream has a lot of fat in it, you don't want that fat warming up. It'll make the cream really difficult to whip up.
So, let's keep it cool. Here's what we need to make whipped cream. 2 cups of cold whipping cream, 1/4 cup of granulated sugar. I wonder, how does liquid cream turn into nice airy whipped cream?
Commencing experiment.
Ready, set, whisk!
Those are fat globules, Link. Whipping cream is also called heavy cream because it has at least 30% milk fat.
Heavy cream is mostly made up of milk fat and milk protein. When you whip cream, you are incorporating air into its structure. Because the heavy cream contains so many fat globules, it can hold more air and maintain a fluffy state. This process is called emulsion.
Now that the whipped cream's getting thicker, it's time to add some sugar. My hand's getting tired from all this whisking. I could use some help. Whoa! How does he do that?
Not enough mixing and the millions of tiny air bubbles you whisked in can leak out and the whipped cream returns to a liquid. But make sure you don't get whisked away either. Too much mixing and the tiny bubbles get so small that the fat globules collide and stick. It becomes colloidal, or semi-solid, and that's when you get butter.
Somewhere in between is just right to create light, airy, and foamy whipped cream. Thanks, Ninja Neater, wherever he went. Check it out! This whipped cream is perfect for our strawberry shortcake.
It's the
ninth inning, the last 10 yards, the match point, the final round. Food has been prepared, and that's no preamble. No food fouls here. Link has been keeping it clean and keeping it focused. Back to the action. Now that our strawberries have been macerated and our heavy cream's been whipped, it's time to assemble our strawberry shortcake. For a base, I'm gonna use our buttermilk biscuits. If you don't have biscuits, you can use angel food cake or pound cake. Like some of my other recipes where I prepared items before, I made these biscuits ahead of time. I've got 2 cups of all-purpose flour, half a teaspoon of fine sea salt, half a teaspoon of baking soda, a 1/4 cup of cold, unsalted butter, cubed, and 1 cup of buttermilk. To get the biscuit recipe started, I'm gonna preheat the oven to 450 degrees. Now, let's get to our recipe. Let's sift together our dry ingredients. Now that we've sifted all our dry ingredients together, let's give it a good mix. And now it's time to add our 1/4 cup of butter. Working quickly and using a light touch from your fingers, incorporate the butter into the flour mixture till it's the size of peas. This is perfect for our biscuits. It's important to add the buttermilk in last so the acid and base reaction happen at the end. This will get the CO2 bubbling as you shape the biscuits before you put them in the oven. If you add the buttermilk too soon, like before you cut in the butter, you might get hard biscuits, like hockey pucks. Once it starts to leave the sides of the bowl, you got dough. It should be slightly sticky. If it's not, you can add up to 2 tablespoons of buttermilk. Now it's time to roll out our dough using a flour-covered rolling pin to a thickness of about 1 inch. Then we'll cut the dough into 2-inch rounds using a cookie cutter or a straight rim glass. This should leave us with about 12 biscuits. These biscuits are ready for the oven. Just make sure none of your biscuits are touching, because they're gonna increase in size while they're baking. That's from the CO2 caused by the buttermilk and the baking soda. We're gonna bake these for about 12 minutes, or until they're golden. These buttermilk biscuits are perfect. Firstly, I'm gonna cut our biscuits in half. Add some of our macerated strawberries. And a dollop of whipped cream. Our strawberry shortcake looks super awesome. But to add a helping of awesomeness, we're gonna make a garnish.
No clue as to garnish. Well, wonder no more. I'm on the case. A garnish is something used as a food decoration, like a slice of lemon or a sprig of parsley. No tricky terminology here.
We can make a garnish with fresh strawberries. Just cut thin slices close to the stem. Remember to be careful when using sharp knives. And fan out like this. Doesn't that look delicious? But I can't have my cake and eat it too without tidying up.
Let's tidy up, 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 let's tidy up. When you finish and the cooking's done, let's tidy up. Even though you had lots of fun, you tidy up. Gotta clean up the pots and pans. Let's tidy up. Put them away, you gotta wash your hands. You gotta do your best to clean up your mess. Let's tidy up.
tag team effort today in the GastroBlast kitchen with everyone giving 110%. First, a flying whisk attack with Ninja Kneader whipping up the heavy cream. Those hands-off provided Link with the strength to add a fantastic garnish. One thing is for sure, this strawberry shortcake is nothing short of macerating.
Amazing. We have enough strawberries, whipped cream, and buttermilk biscuits to make 8 servings. I had a gastro blast making strawberry shortcake with you today. See you next time. Hey, IQ!